Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Prime Minister, Cabinet colleagues, respected governors and chief ministers, respective members of the business community, friends from the media, excellencies, distinguished participants, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon. It is indeed a great honor to stand before you today at the launch ceremony of the homegrown National Economic Plan titled Udan Pakistan. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Prime Minister for his leadership in driving this initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to quickly recap significant progress which has been made on the macroeconomic front over the last 12 to 14 months. Twin deficits, which have been the bane of our country for the longest time, have turned corners. Fiscal and current account surpluses have been recorded last year and in the first 5 months of this fiscal year. In fact, ये जो fiscal surplus है, ये 24 साल के बाद ये fiscal surplus we have gotten to that stage. FX reserves are at over 2 months of import cover on the back of 35% increase in remittances and strong export performance, especially in the IT sector. Headline inflation has dropped from peak of 38% down to 5%. As a result, State Bank of Pakistan has cut policy rate by 900 basis points to 13% in December 2024. Both on the foreign exchange side and on the policy rate side, Governor State Bank जहाँ मौजूद हैं, I want to extend my compliments and the government's compliments in managing the monetary and the foreign exchange policy in a very effective manner, which is helping the country in a huge way. काइबोर जो है इस वक्त तकरीबन 12% के करीब है, which would be a major stimulus for the private sector because it's never been about the policy rate. It's CIBOR, which is the lending and the borrowing rate. That's what impacts the industry. And private sector credit is really important here because it's envisaged to be the growth engine for the economy going into the future. Now, as a consequence of all of these factors, the local and global investor confidence, और ये ओवरसीज चेंबर का सर्वे है जो आपने गालबन 2-3 हफ्ते पहले देखा होगा, is that confidence is highest in the last couple of years. And on the back of that, we have seen institutional flows coming into the bond and equity markets. Pakistan Stock Exchange now stands at an all-time high and the second best performing market in the world. देखिए ये बहुत important data point है और आज भी बात हो रही है, आरिफ हबीब साहब यहाँ मौजूद हैं इस वक्त, कि 22 साल की इस किस्म की रैली जो है ये 22 साल के बाद इस किस्म की रैली पाकिस्तान में देखी गई है. फॉर मी इट्स इवन मोर इम्पोर्टेंट कि जो डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट है मुल्क में वो कितनी तेजी से आ रही है. एंड व्हाट वी हैव सीन, द एफडीआई नंबर्स, दे आर अप 31% year on year in the first 5 months of the fiscal year under the SIFC umbrella. और उसमें BYD and Aramco, these are two very prominent investments which have been announced in Pakistan. और उसी के साथ ये बड़ी खुश आइंद बात है कि जो लोकल इन्वेस्टर्स हैं वो भी अब उन्होंने जो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की बात की है, and two large groups which I just want to mention, Engro, जिन्होंने तकरीबन $500 million की इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात की है in terms of buying the towers from Vion, और Sapphire, which is going into a joint venture with Samsung. ये दोनों बड़ी खुश आइंद बातें हैं because ultimately this is what is going to spur the economy forward, real investment into the economy. And finally, I would say that on the back of 93% reduction in the default risk, जो हमारा CDS spread है, उसके basis पे जो sovereign rating upgrades हमारी हुई हैं, and inshallah I'm very optimistic that if we stay the course, and inshallah we plan to stay the course, we will see further upgrades into single B category during 2025. Now, ये तो हो गया जहां तक हम पहुंचे हैं पिछले 12 से 14 महीने में. Where do we go from here? Because that is very critical. Because there is no room for complacency. मैं हमेशा ये बात करता हूं कि macroeconomic stability is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. ये जो अभी हमें स्पेस मिली है, जो फाउंडेशन हमें मिली है, इसमें हमने इसको आगे कैसे लेकर जाना है. और एक टेम्पटेशन है, और टेम्पटेशन हमेशा ये होती है कि ऑटोमेटिक स्विच है कि स्टेबलाइजेशन से हम ग्रोथ की तरफ जाएं. और हमने ग्रोथ की तरफ जाना है, बट इट हैज टू बी सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ. We cannot continue to be in boom and bust cycles. Because even in the more recent past, आज से 3-3.5 साल पहले भी हम ये एक्सपेरिमेंट करके देख चुके हैं. Stabilization आई, and we fueled the economy, we flooded with liquidity, और चूंकि हम import based economy रहे हैं, तो उसकी वजह से जैसे ही हम 4% से ऊपर जाते हैं, तो we get into a balance of payment problems and we run back to the institution जिसको हम कह रहे हैं कि this will be the last fund program. So इसलिए हमने इंशाल्लाह ग्रोथ की तरफ जाना है under Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's leadership. लेकिन इसको हमने आगे लेकर जाना है on the back of fundamental reforms which have remained elusive for us and are imperative for sustained growth. So the journey towards long-term prosperity warrants homegrown solutions. It is in this context कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने होमग्रोन इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म्स एजेंडा कमेटी को इस्टेब्लिश किया बैक इन मई ऑफ दिस ईयर. वो जो कमेटी थी उसने बड़ा एक्सटेंसिवली रिव्यू किया नेशनल इकोनॉमिक प्लान्स को, इंक्लूडिंग द 13th 5-year प्लान prepared by the Ministry of Planning and duly approved by NEC, and the economic manifestos of various political parties. This committee also did extensive consultations with government officials, private sector experts, international development specialists, national think tanks, business thought leaders, and indeed academia. 87 से ज़्यादा meetings हमने की between May to July 24 in Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore. Now, this in turn led to the development of the homegrown economic plan with a focus on enhancing private investment, boosting exports, and optimizing public finances. Now, let me walk you through the three main pillars of this plan. Number one, stimulating private investment. Now, this is going to be key to getting more jobs, higher incomes, and a low cost of living through a more competitive economy. Pakistan's business investment climate needs a major overhaul with a need to cut down on the regulatory costs and tax burden in line with the global best practices. A level playing field in the form of a fair and competitive market for investment and business so that private sector investment can be encouraged. In this context, the following ease of doing business measures have been identified. लेकिन उससे भी important चीज़ ये है कि these are being implemented. हम जो इस वक्त बात कर रहे हैं वो planning की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. इस वक्त very much we are in implementation and execution phase. तो उसमें पहला point है regulatory guillotine in the federal government to reduce the cost of doing business. ताकि ये जितने लाइसेंसेस रिजीम है और बाकी सारी चीज़ें जो हैं, और अगर आपको याद हो कि 1991 में at that time the finance minister Manmohan Singh also talked about getting rid of the license raj, और उसी वक्त under Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif भी हमने उस वक्त वो सफ़र शुरू किया था. उसके बाद हम कहीं भटक गए और वो आज देखें कहाँ पहुँचे हैं. तो इसलिए ये बड़ा important है कि we restart that journey which we should have continued from 1991. Prioritizing market efficient FDI, because that's very important. There's good FDI, there's bad FDI. FDI which leads to exportable surpluses under the SIFC platform in key sectors through privatization, deregulation, and relocation of export-oriented industries from the likes of China and other locations. Transformation of FBR across people, process, and technology agendas. Now, this is well underway, as you know, under PM's direct watch and guidance. We are also providing periodic updates to the people of Pakistan between Minister of State, Chairman FBR, and myself. Provision of reliable and affordable energy through market-based reforms. Dono energy ministers yahan maujood hain. They are providing regular updates on this front. Number two, stimulating exports. जो 5A का भी एक बहुत बड़ा एक उनसर है. That will be a key mechanism to drive productivity growth. Anti-export bias will be removed and a sustainable growth without balance of payment pressures will be achieved through following. Number one, accelerated tariff cuts on immediate inputs for exports along with reduction in regulatory duties, additional custom duties. और हमारा ये objective होगा कि we bring average tariff down to 14.3% from the current level of 19.5% in the next 3 years. Minister of Commerce यहाँ मौजूद हैं, तो इनकी support के साथ हम इस agenda को आगे लेकर चलेंगे. Expand and diversify exports through complementary policy efforts, for example, export promotion, trade agreements, removing indirect taxation distortions and trade credits. And finally, market-based exchange rate and competitive energy will be key enablers for export stimulation as we go forward. Number three, optimizing public finances. This will be central for stability and sustained growth. We aim at bringing the public debt and deficits under control through fairer and improved tax collection and prudent spending. Once again, this is not what is under plans. Agar hum pehle 5 mahine dekhen of this fiscal year, the debt servicing cost of the government of Pakistan has come down significantly. Ye is saal bhi hame inshallah help karegi during this fiscal year, and during the next fiscal year, it will further help us in creating space for the social sectors and other places where these funds should be allocated, inshallah, going forward. The state-business relationships will be aligned with incentives for competitiveness, export orientation, and a level playing field. The key elements of this pillar will be as follows. Reform the tax policy for more equitable distribution of tax burden while we go for our tax to GDP ratio of 13.5%. तो इसमें अब हम कर ये रहे हैं कि there's going to be a separate tax policy unit which is in the process of being created, which will independently report to Ministry of Finance. So policy को हम separate कर रहे हैं from collection. क्योंकि एक जो हमारा issue रहा है, वो issue ये रहा है कि budget के वक्त we make the math work. We forget about कि जो continuity होनी चाहिए tax policy में और जो investors के साथ जो हमने वादे किए हुए हैं, उन सब चीज़ों को हम भूल जाते हैं because we need to make the math work. ये जो tax policy unit है, this will be manned and womaned by people from the government and the private sector ताकि हम इसको इस basis पे आगे लेके जा सकें ताकि policy continuity को हम implement कर सकें. And the next one is tax leakages which will be plugged by the use of data analytics. अगर आपने 26 दिसंबर की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देखी हो जो मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट myself और चेयरमैन FBR लीड कर रहे थे, तो उसमें हमने वो स्पेसिफिक यूज केसेस प्रेजेंट किए हैं. How data analytics is not only going to help identification but also plug the leakages in the system. Privatization process will be accelerated. We have 2 assets in play at the moment and others being added to the pipeline. Right sizing of the federal government will be speeded up further to cut costs and boost efficiency. और जो 18th amendment के पास जो devolution है, there are certain areas and departments which should very much go into the provinces और हम उसको यहाँ federal government में लेकर बैठे हैं no more. So उसमें cabinet ने already 10 ministries or attached departments पे वो decisions ले लिए हैं. And we are in the process of implementation. During the current fiscal year, inshallah, we will complete this entire process with respect to the right sizing of the federal government. Public-private partnership framework will be enhanced, especially in the infrastructure space. Shah Sahab yahan baithe hain. Government of Sindh has done a fantastic job in terms of the PPP model, and I compliment you, sir, with respect to that. Now, what would success look like? Deliverables जो हैं वो on this transformative agenda, inshallah we plan to get to a sustainable GDP growth of 6% by 2028, 1 million additional jobs annually, additional $10 billion private investment per year, और इसका जो आखिरी पॉइंट है उसका ऐलान प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब खुद अपनी स्पीच में भी करेंगे, बट टू हिट एक्सपोर्ट टारगेट ऑफ $60 billion बाय फिस्कल ईयर 2028. अब ये सवाल ये हर दफ़ा ये होता है कि वाई दिस टाइम. ये तो हर दफ़ा इस किस्म की तकरीरें होती हैं और सारी बातें की जाती हैं, तो इस दफ़ा ये क्यों ज़रूर ये होगा? बिकॉज देयर इज़ नो डर्थ ऑफ पॉलिसी प्रिस्क्रिप्शंस इन पाकिस्तान. We have known the what and why for the longest time. We just don't do it. So, isliye, this time around, this plan is accompanied by a comprehensive implementation mechanism. Prime Minister Saab has established a delivery unit in PMO to coordinate the implementation of sectoral plans and roadmaps. And let me share with you that building on bottoms-up approach, main pillars of the plan are based on comprehensive sectoral plans prepared by various ministries who have developed their key performance indicators in harmony with the plan's macroeconomic framework. कहने का मकसद ये है कि ये 10,000, 15,000 फीट की बुलंदी पे कोई बात नहीं हो रही. इसके नीचे बड़ी मजबूत बुनियाद है और इसके नीचे बहुत significant plans हैं, और वो ना सिर्फ plans are now in execution but are being very strictly monitored by the PMO. There will also be an economic unit which will evaluate the impact of all the reforms, and KPIs agreed with ministries to ensure materialization of the upsides from the envisaged reforms. बस आखिरी दो गुज़ारिशात मैं करूँगा, और first of all taking the opportunity to acknowledge that none would have been possible without the able guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan. I would also like to extend my gratitude to Deputy Prime Minister, senior cabinet colleagues, Minister Planning, Minister Yedi, चीमा साहब की बहुत इसमें गाइडेंस हमें रही है, मिनिस्टर पेट्रोलियम who is always vocal, Minister of State for Revenue and Finance, senior officials of Finance, PMO and Planning Commission. The support of the President, Bank of Punjab and his chief economist have been instrumental in this initiative. तो मैं आपके लिए भी बहुत शुक्रमंद हूँ कि आपने इतना वक्त निकाला. And towards the end, the work done by Dr. Ijaz Nabi and Professor Stefan Durkon, who helped us to learn about the success of reforms from other countries. And I would like to thank them for their advice and steering us throughout the process. Ladies and gentlemen, to sum up, Udaan Pakistan economic transformation agenda will pivot around two key principles. Number one, growth will be export-led by fundamentally changing the DNA of the economy based on productivity and international competitiveness. Number two, private sector has to lead this country towards sustainable growth. Role of the government has to be and will be to provide policy framework and continuity. Now, these pivots are being supported through structural reforms in taxation, energy, SOEs, and getting our public finances right. All of these are in execution as we speak. The success of this plan squarely depends upon the rigor and vigor of implementation, for which the PM himself has taken the charge. Commitment from my team and I is to share regular progress update, keep the consultative process going, because we might have to tweak as we go along, with all stakeholders and contributing our bit to ensure that as a nation we stand on our own and build an economy that serves every Pakistani today and for generations to come, inshallah. Thank you. Pakistan Zindabad.